Hey guys, Engineer Prepper here again. Just a progress update on the Datalogger. So I finished the code on programming. Here, let me just, it'll clear up here. There we go. So you got your date and time, temperature, humidity, your light level, voltage, amperage, and wattage. So this autofocus thing is messing up. Okay, so this is your voltage and your current sensor, and here's your real-time clock, your light sensor, humidity and temp, and the SD card to log the data. So I have the 12-volt battery going to, here's the positive going to the sensor, and then the negative is on the negative of, I got a power inverter just to test. It's a 12 turn that off. 12-volt power inverter, and the sensor's sensing the current and voltage, of course, and outputting it here to the LCD and into the log. And anyway, so without further ado, so I got a LED lamp. This is max, 3-watt max rating on the sensor. So I can't really put a high load. That's why I got an LED bulb instead. So here, as you see, it's technically 0, but okay. So 12 volts, 12.8, 0 amps. 0 watts. I'm just going to turn on the power inverter, and that's drawing 0.03 amps, so 500 milliamps, 300 milliamps. Just, oh, there we go, a little spike, and that's the wattage. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the LED light. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So you see the voltage drop, amperage goes up, wattage goes up. And I can confirm that just using the Ohm's law, no big deal. Well, watts equals volts times amps. So yeah. Alright, so it's working. Now, there's the light turned on. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. Back down. And then turn off the inverter. 0. So now that I got that up, that's the code. Hey, it's a big code. I'll show you. I'm using almost 22,000 bytes out of the available 32K. So almost 22K out of 32K. That the Arduino microcontroller is able to hold. So now that I'm going to take the log file out. Here's the SD card. I'm going to put it in. I'm still working on the log file output format, because I like to add a date and time on there. That's what I'm working on now. But it's open the log file, and as you can, let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. Yeah, the headers, I need to move them over because I'm going to put a date, date and the time column, and then this data. But here's the watts, here's the amps. Here, let's just do this. Just move it over, so there we go. So watts, amps, and what I'll do is here, I'm going to go to the beginning of what I just did here. So Man, it'd be easier if I had a camera stand. Let me hold on a sec. Put you right there, because I need a double highlight. Temp. I'm gonna create a graph so you'll see. Oh God, I hate this laptop. All right, try it again. Okay, I need this. I just put an ID number in replace of time for the moment. That way I could be able to graph volts over time type of deal. But okay, here we go. And now they're gonna do it. Now, oops, insert XY. Let's do that. So come on. I wonder if that, yeah, that's my, there it is. I need to make this, these are too small. Okay, so yeah, this right here is my 700. This is my light sensor. I was playing with it earlier, on and off, but down here is where the meat of the bones is. So that's what I need to do. Let's just graph. Let me delete that. Let me just graph amps and wattage and volts. So grab that. Where are we? Here we go. Let me put this down real quick again. Time. So that. See, watts, amps, volts. That way I don't grab 700 display. Here's where I turned it off. Awesome. Okay, and insert another chart. There we go. Let's see. Anyway, you guys get the idea. It's not labeled, so let's see. 12, 10. So blue, the blue line is the battery voltage, and the green line is the amps, the current. Yep. And the red line would be the watts, or no, green line's watts, and then the red line is amps, because it's running 1 amp. 1 amp. Here's 1, back to 0, back to 1, back to 0. So you guys get the idea. Still working on the formatting. I'm going to see if I can have the graph automatically be created for certain things. But that's what I'm doing. And once you take out the, so you can't open file. Once you take out the SD card, it won't write to the file. So that's why it says that. So it works. So now my next step is to put in an enclosed waterproof case, and that way I could do certain things with it. Like for example, would be this year I like to make my chicken coop automatically open the door automatically and close automatically, because they're using the light sensor. That way I know what time, when it's dimmer than when it gets dark, I need to measure with the light sensor that reading when it gets dark and what's light, so I could adjust, create an open and close scenario for the door. So that's one thing. And let's see, what was I just lost track. What was the other reason? Oh yeah, the other reason was for the garden beds. So I can measure the how much current the Arduinos are pulling, so I'll know how big of a battery to use, using my solar, as I got that solar panel back there. And I want to make sure, maybe it's just maybe one 12-volt battery, or is it two 12-volt batteries that will keep the thing running 24 in a 24-hour period. So those are the two reasons that I'm doing this. But with all those sensors, you can't go wrong. That's why I'm putting it all together as one, because you can't go wrong having it all at the one shot versus separate sensors for everything. So I might as well put it all together. Anyway, that's it. I'll as soon as I'm done, I'll post the code. I'll put a link below where to get it, and a PDF, maybe a PDF format of a write-up of how to wire it together. It's no big deal, as it doesn't even use that many. Focus. There we go. It doesn't use that many outputs. Let's see. It's using 4 out of the 5 analog outputs. So you still got one more analog available, and just one pulse width modulator. What is it in the pulse width? No, it's not. It's just standard digital output, and then these are for well, yeah. Where is it? Yep. These are for the SD card. This one right here is for the DHT sensor, humidity and temperature sensor. All it is one wire sensor. So that's it. If you guys have any questions or whatever, let me know, and thumbs up. All right, appreciate it. Have a good time. Have a good night. Bye. Oh, I just forgot one more thing. I thought about this right before I paused the video, but I'm going to add one more item to the sensor here, to the Datalogger. Is that I'm going to have a relay, and that relay is going to, what it's going to do, it's going to read the voltage that's coming into the circuit, and if that battery drops below, let's say 70% of its charge capacity, it would disconnect the battery to prevent further discharge, or maybe 60%, whatever, to prevent damage to the battery. And that's just the fail safe to not drain the battery all the way down to 2 volts or whatever, and damage the battery. So that's what I'll be working on probably the rest of this week, to add that onto this. But anyway, that's it. Appreciate it.